Bang, bang. What's the hang? That's it. That's it for the intro, you guys. Usually I have a musical intro or something, but I'm trying to take things more serious and come in with a little more heat because I don't want to waste people's time. I was never about giving no intro anyways, you know. Downvote the video, dislike it, don't share it. Unsubscribe to me if you are subscribed. Hit the unsubscribe. And report me to the community standards for partial nudity. Yeah, you need another button? You want another button? I'll give you another button. Yeah, buddy. That's his own hair. But yeah, I decided to maybe take things a little more serious, and it's important to come in hot. That's the vision I always had for things, but I digress. I'm supposed to come in hot. I'm not used to this. I'm used to kind of bombing in my own intro as like a filter and like I don't care about this. I'm a pure artist. I don't care about the views. But yeah, I don't know. So with my journey into the spiritual world and the metaphysical world, I feel like I was forced to leave this plane of existence into the metaphysical. I feel like that was my path. That's like one of my life paths. No, Kitty, these are nice pants. You cannot hop up on these. And also, usually I record things streaming live so that some of my peeps can pop in and contribute. But I don't have internet at the moment, so I'm going to record this at home and then I'm going to upload it at the mall. I'm going to be up there uploading my podcast, dude. Definitely going to get some babes. 100%, dude. I'm not going to lie, you guys. When I do mention to a woman that I have a podcast, it is kind of like a... it's like having a motorcycle or some shit, bro. I swear to God. I got that and I've been to jail. Like, you drop that you have a podcast and you've been to jail before, you're definitely getting laid, bro. If you can prove both of them. But yeah, no, sometimes we feel like life has pushed us in a certain direction, in a positive or negative way, due to different experiences in your life. You can have many different opinions and viewpoints across many different things in many different ways, whether that's good or bad. And that's kind of what we're made of a little bit. I mean, you can break free. Once you go down that spiritual path, you can kind of break free, but you're kind of made of your reactions to things. That's kind of what we're made of. Right? And we build this sample size of behavior and how we react to different things. I know, like, both sides of it. I used to be a person that was damaged and emotionally all over the place and stupid and not keeping my cool and get mad over stupid shit. But now I have a pretty large sample size, almost like a year now. I wouldn't say a whole year, but a year worth of fighting towards that mental clarity and building a sample size of staying cool. Have I had my moments? Yes. Have I had my moments that I look back and I'm like, probably could have chilled on that one. But the fact that I'm that critical of myself is what continues to give me the sample size of staying cool, even in bullshit situations. You know, in my life right now, I find myself in a beautiful situation financially. I haven't really been able to come through with the sales, with my job, so I haven't been getting the money. Sometimes that's how shit goes. I understand the risks of a role like that. and sometimes it's how it be. I'm not mad at any particular person or entity or process or anything. Um, it's been disappointing to not get the sales and not come through, I guess. And that's all right. But my reaction to this is being Joe Cool and reanalyzing the situation because I'm used to these sorts of things, engaging in something that I think is going to go one way, and it does not go that way, and it does not go well. But now I exist more in the metaphysical world as at my roots in terms of what grounds me throughout the day is that I'm just a soul trapped in a carbon-based life form that is a soul that has had past lives and will have future lives, perhaps in a never-ending cycle of alternate realities and timelines. And this is just our ride, you know. We're you get put into this meat suit. It's got this brain thing, and this brain thing be thinking in all sorts of different types of ways. You know, the brain, everyone's brain is different. Maybe everyone's soul is different. But when you exist in the metaphysical, if the world pushes back, you are positioned to push right back to it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and get sad and emotional over things when I'm just a soul trapped in a fucking meat suit, here for the ride. I look at life as like bar hopping. Like, your body is the bar and your soul is the person bar hopping from next life to next life. And I don't know if that's real or not. I can't tell you what reality is. No one can. That's the whole fun of it. That's the whole mystery. We're not meant to understand it. But I do believe that within the esoteric world and research and experience, that maybe there are some things that, like, I'll die on that hill. You feel me? I'll die on that hill, that when I do die on that hill, I will get reincarnated. And honestly, that bar hopping comparison thought, that came to me when I was on top of a parking garage and I was tripping on psychedelic mushrooms, psilocybin, just your normal magic mushrooms. And it's funny when you say magic mushrooms, there's a couple of different types of people. Some people are going to say, oh my goodness, drugs, bad. Oh, mushrooms, that's heavy. Oh my goodness. Well, like, you druggie, you dummy. And there's going to be a lot of other people. They're going to be like, oh, hell yeah, super chill. Some shrooms, super chill. You know, people that just get it and understand. But people do abuse magic mushrooms. I'm not saying everyone should go do magic mushrooms. For the most part, like, if you're not spiritually in tune with yourself, tripping on mushrooms probably not going to be a good time for you. It can force you to face harsh realities and learn how to overcome them if you're interested in that. Yeah, no, I've never used, I mean, maybe that like once or twice drinking, but 90% of the times I've taken magic mushroom psilocybin, I've taken it under the guise of growth. Like, oh, I don't need this to escape. I don't need this to get fucked up and party. I'm at a crossroads in my life and my mind and my feelings and my emotions. And I require something to help me have an epiphany so that I can put all these puzzle pieces together. And that's how a lot of people use magic mushrooms. So for me, there's something nowadays I'll only do every couple of years. And does it sound fun to go out to Nelson's Ledges and take some shrooms and just bask and enjoy the journey? Yeah. But there's not, I mean, yeah, I guess some deeper stuff about the universe. I always want to learn and grow and learn more. So yeah, of course I'd love to, I'm very prepared to want to take some shrooms in a nice controlled setting and have some new epiphanies, some new material. There's always things you can work on. I mean, I had a tough issue with my finances where I got behind on a certain bill that was way behind and it was a little fucky. And it was really messing my vibe, bro. Really messing my vibe. Because I was so worried about this shit, it manifested other worries. I started worrying about the girl I was last seeing. And like overthinking that. And that's a black hole. Like there's certain things in your mind where like no matter what I think about it, if I don't just say, hey, thank you for your time, I'm always open-minded and have an open heart for the future. But as of right now, going down that road and thinking about it is not healthy for me. I can't really process how I really feel because I don't know how I feel. And I'm really not going to know how to feel until this person gives me some kind of stimulus in order to go one way or the other. You feel me? And you can get stuck in that gray. That gray can suck ass. But if it's not like important and something that you actually have to work out that's facing you, if it's something from the past and that it's gray, there's really only two things you can do. You can try to delve into it, like actually, like try to talk to the person to see if you can get the response that gives you your answer you're looking for one way or another. You could forget about it, or you could sit around overthinking it, which is what a lot of us do. And I know that I've been a victim to that many times in my life. But it do be crazy how the negative thought patterns can spiral. Now, it's not like I'm the type of person that's super upset. Like, I don't like limiting beliefs. So no matter what kind of things I saw in this person or the potential that they had, no matter what I saw in that person, I do have to believe that I could not only find it somewhere else, but find it easily and in abundance. So if I want to have 3 girlfriends, I can do that. That's what manifesting is all about, you guys. You have to quantumly juxtapose the alternate reality that you have 3 girlfriends. And no funny business, they all are aware. I don't know. I wouldn't be into that. I don't have time for that. I don't understand. I mean, one, to do that, you have to be a manipulating man, which, like, I can't do. If I start to feel myself being desperate to get somebody's attention, or that, like, I'm having to even, like, I like to cut it loose and just fire what's on my brain. I don't want to have to think about what I'm saying to, like, get your attention. So I'm a gunsling, and if it's an interception, it's an interception. I move on to the next play. Like, we got to go root on my defense. I'm not going to go sit on the bench and cry about my interception. I might have coach bring me over the tablet and see where I misread the coverage, Misread the coverage, didn't quite get it in there through an interception. Excuse me. But yeah, once you have that sample size of staying cool across many situations, it does become easier. But it takes work at first. And then you got to analyze why you're even getting so mad at random stuff in the first place. That's very important. Like these root causes. What are we really even mad about? Because you can get tripped out by a little thing and make you go cuckoo bananas from a little thing. Like what I was just talking about. You can overthink a situation and a person. And perhaps even misread the situation because you overthink it. And then you react in the wrong way. So you gotta analyze why you're getting mad at shit in the first place, because a lot of times we get mad at things and we miss out on opportunities to work hard or have a good time. You know, if I was a little pissed off earlier, even before I did this show, and I like doing my podcast. So if I wasn't able to get my mind straight, I wouldn't have been able to work hard and have a good time, which is accomplished by doing this podcast. Is it really hard work? Probably. Maybe. I mean, it is a verbal performance at the end of the day, right? I get that we are in the time and age where you can be shitty and suck and just come on here and not really even say much about freaking anything. But if that's what y'all want to watch, and if that's what y'all want to degrade your brains into, I'm not going to do this whole conspiracy theory battle, lead the sheep through the valley of darkness. I think you should just go to the valley of darkness and go get all the marks of the beast that they're offering you and go be a sheep. Because, you know, I can only say so much and do so much to change someone's mind. Some things you have to see on your own. I mean, really. I mean, I was in an experience where I was kind of trying to mentor someone. And it was a woman, but, you know. At the end of the day, part of what I was doing and talking to this person was trying to mentor them. And I tried really hard to mentor them. You know, it's just like a friend. Now it got fucked up because they thought I was manipulating them by trying to be like over helpful and trying to fix everything. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, you know, I wanted to help someone in mental need see the pathway that is available for them. At least let that person find the pathway. And I don't know. I hope that the person learned something from me and took things from me and has seen that pathway. There's a pretty good chance that subconsciously I have positively impacted this person without them even knowing it. And that's fine with me. Whether or not I get anything out of return or any kind of validation, I don't need, because it's just a math problem. I just know it exists. I don't need validation for something that I know exists. If I'm chatting with somebody every single day for 3 months, and every single day I'm giving them whatever problem they have, whatever they're experiencing, I'm giving them, actively giving advice or good ways of thinking of things or spinning things positively. Like 99% of the time. That person is not like they're not reading what I'm saying. Whether or not they're delving into it or not doesn't matter. It's data in your brain. You're seeing the data. And it's good data. It's good information. Positive stuff. Mental clarity. Vibe. Energy. Finding your glow. So at the end of the day, I don't need this person could tell me off all they wanted to. They could sit there all fucking day and make me a book about how they hate me. But I know damn right that I have positively impacted this person subconsciously by firing positivity at them like I'm a goddamn pirate ship attacking, trying to get some loot, trying to get some booty. And was I trying to get some booty? That's always part of it. What the fuck? Like, do you think I showed up to play hopscotch and do the dishes? Look, yeah, you're great. I like you. You have all these wonderful qualities. Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm not lying when I say those things. You're great, baby. It would be hard to find these qualities somewhere else because I haven't found someone quite like you. You're special to me. I want to help you. I want to guide you. But also, there's some other things I want to do too. Okay? When you're a pirate, like, you're always in it for the booty. And part of it's staying alive, not just getting riches, you know? Keeping your pirate ship going, keeping the crew happy, getting supplies. But it's also it's always, the booty's always involved. Whether it's mine or yours. And I digress. Alright, this is a piece of advice for all my flowy, glowy people. Be careful of something I discovered and I'm going to coin on my own term. Bro, I don't have the ability to scroll on social media. I haven't had it for weeks. My internet's been down for like 2.5 weeks. My phone service been down. So, and all the times I got Wi-Fi in public, I'm like doing hella shit. So I don't got time to do no scrolling, which I don't really do it anyways, even if I have internet. So this is all coming from the soul. Really, I wrote like a whole podcast just bumping some music, getting pumped up, and looking through my old notes in my journal. Like, I just, from writing in the past, I just have this backlog of words and phrases that will trigger other words and phrases, and just boom, you gotta be a powerhouse if you want to do podcasting. Like, sitting around, if you have to sit around and allocate time to actually think of topics, it's probably not for you. All I have to do is allocate time to writing my thoughts, feelings, and emotion, and valuable things come out, and fun things come out. But this is called the mirror effect. So if you're a flowy, glowy person and you got good energy, it's contagious, bro. It's contagious. And you can get other people sick, but in a good way, on positivity. And sometimes that person might be like Darth Vader, bro. Like Darth Vader level dark. Like, likes to be alone up in their chamber just getting mad about the past. Like, this bitch be Darth Vader, bro. But for a minute there, you got Darth Vader feeling on the light side with your glowing energy, and they're attracted to that. People can be attracted. These dark, negative people, they can be attracted to that. Because that's what we all want. We want to be happy and positive, right? So they'll kind of mirror the kind of energy. But you're really enchanting them. Like, it's really barely, is it really even them? Is it coming from them? They're just receiving it. Something in their brain is triggered that it's attractive, so they're trying to mirror it in order to pull it into them. But over time, the Darth Vader's going to come out in these people, and they're going to scare you. Now, me, I fuck with Star Wars, and I fuck with Darth Vader, so if I find out this bitch be on some Darth Vader shit, I might be like, hey, I'm down to like form a new empire and shit. If you want to overthrow the Emperor Palpatine together, I'd be down with that. But yeah, bro, she can't hang. Don't fall for the mirror effect. And I don't mean that just in like women and dating. Yeah, I kind of talked about the negative spillover effect. What all do we got here? I guess I didn't really finish this off. Feeling like you're forced into the metaphysical. I don't know. I don't want to be negative. I was maybe feeling negative earlier. Like, I had to leave this plane of existence because I didn't fit in here. So I had to dance in the clouds, in the spiritual world. Switching up dimensions and shit. Being a shape-shifting lizard. You don't know me, bro. You don't. But yeah, I don't want to be negative about that and see like, my life is so hard. Which I guess practically speaking, maybe a little bit sometimes, but but anyways. What's going on here? Yeah, mental black holes. Talked about that a little bit. That's important. And that's why I recommend, like, you rather throw an interception and then move on and learn about it and just move on. You feel me? Like, if you really question, like, does this person fuck with me or not? Then send something in there. And if you don't get your answer, send another one. And if 4th and 10, you're on the 20-yard line. You're down by 7 points. What's a field goal going to do? You're just going to have to go get another touchdown. Who's to say you're going to get this close to getting a touchdown again? So you got to go for it on 4th and 10. No, 4th and goal at the 20, bro. You got to score a touchdown from the 20. It be like that sometimes. Tremendous effort and guile and and patience, artistically crafted words in delicate situations with people who behave like ticking time bombs. Where there's a timer in there, and when that goes off, oh, it's gonna wreak havoc. And it's gonna be mad. But yeah, I don't know. These are tough times for me. But I guess I just don't really allow myself to get as negative as I used to be. I might have like a joking, real mad hour where I just let myself get real pissed. And then kind of, all right, let's fix it up. Sometimes you gotta see where it goes, you know? And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a little bit of that dark motivation. And I've talked in the past about negative motivation and like the prove them wrong. I'll show them. Like that kind of shit. Or like fuck these haters, show the haters. Everything's about flexing on somebody, like flex on that hoe. And it's like, well, first off, you shouldn't talk like that about your ex-lovers because I'm sure there were some good moments. Second off, I have a child with that person, so might not be a good idea or very nice to flex on them. In fact, it would be more manly to show them appreciation or give a gift. I may have sent some Lindor chocolates because bitches love Lindor chocolates. But yeah, that dark motivation, I'm taking a little bit of a taste of it today. Um, Unfortunately, in my life, because of my history and my failures, it's hard for people to understand it just because I'm at where I'm at and in the situation that I'm in means that I've been doing something negative. When really I had to deal with, so far this year, 2 layoffs, and kind of surprised on both of them. Both of those layoffs, I was having issues paying my internet a little bit. So there was like a week's, maybe not in a row, but it'd be like a week that I'd have to go to the mall to apply, desperately apply for jobs, like crazy shit. I had a heartbreaker in which I poured out every ounce of my heart and soul and physical things I could do for someone. I put it all fucking out there on the goddamn line. Like I was trying to win a Super Bowl. But I went full Jameis. And I went 3-14. And now I'm looking at the draft. And so for that to nothing at all, not even any kind of intimacy come out of that, I just have to appreciate those moments that my heart was glowed up in the physical moments we did have. I probably could have slid in on Valentine's Day, but it seemed as if there was a little, manicness to it, so I did not go for it. But I probably could have capitalized and moved. I could have done a little more there to drive that one home. That was definitely a fastball down the middle. But I took it because I tried to do the right thing. And I think I did. I think if that would have happened, it would have made things not correct. Man, that's tough. I need me 2 6s and a Whoopi Goldberg now. No more. I'm not dealing with these 10s anymore, bro. I don't know. Sometimes you feel like you're 2 peas in a pod, but to the other person, like, they don't think you're 2 peas in a pod. They really just, I don't know what they think. But I digress on my personal experiences. Although the name of my show is BryansWorld, not some corny ass like your mom's house. What's his John Segura or whatever? Fuck that guy. I don't know. The thing with them comedians is they do these multi-million-dollar tours like every year and miss out on their family. I don't know. The one guy was crying, Bert Kreisner. Bert Kreisner. But he was like, we're not there for our kids. I'm missing my kid grow up. It's like, yeah, because you're a scumbag, you dumbass. Are you going to cry about that? We know you don't actually care. You're just drunk. You've never cried about that in your life. You're just drunk at 9 a.m. And you've been drunk since the night before and your brain's just having an emotional outburst. You'd literally be emotional at a wall right now. But him trying to make people all sad and pull on people's funny bone when he ain't even real crying, it's just some dumb drunk fake shit. And it's like you could easily, with all the money he's made, he could easily he could just do a podcast like maybe once a week and make enough money to support himself and his family. Like you'd probably still make at least 100 bands a year, if not like $250,000. Like, right? If Bert Kreischer just did like shit from home, do you think he could not figure out a way to, you know what I'm saying? He could live stream for like an hour a day. That'd probably get enough. A bunch of dumb people would give him money for that. Like, look at you going on your own. Here's my credit card. Let's give to the people who are already super successful, because they need more. Well, the thing though, see, Bert, he has this big old house and all these cars, and he's not rich enough to pay cash for them. Now, I'm not talking shit on it. I'll probably never be able to buy any of this shit with cash. But he probably has lavish ass shit that costs money, and that he's probably paying off. So yeah, he has to keep doing multi-million tours, I guess. I don't know. I just see a lot of greed in the comedic industry. I don't know. I don't hear much from Theo Von that makes me like him more. If it seems like a guy fell off and I find out he's just been only doing his own podcast and some occasional stuff, I'm like, respect, dude. I don't know. There's good actors and bad actors, like, all within Hollywood. You feel me? It's a wide range of different characters and shit. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're all bad, though. On the low. Like, it's all, like, you have to sell your soul. I don't know. I don't want to be too conspiracy. But do you think at a certain point, like, to be a B-list celebrity, it cuts off at like B-list celebrity? Do you think at some point you have to sell your soul? Because I've listened to enough of my own stuff and enough of other people's stuff to know that my shit's pretty decent, but nobody knows it fucking exists. Or nobody knows to trust to keep listening, and by the end of, the hour, you'll have been entertained in some way or learned something or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should allow that stuff to be dark motivation for me to try to be more successful with this and take it more serious. Because like what I've been doing, I have not been trying. I haven't scripted things. I just fire it. I've been using this just to get verbal reps and speaking practice to keep my voice box hot. Like, I've been doing the songs in the beginning just to have a fun vibe and show that I don't care, because when you put copyright shit in it, it hurts your visibility. But yeah, like I said, I like to I'm not like a shaman or a monk or a priest. Sometimes I'm going to take a sip of different things. In this case, I'm doing a little dark motivation. I'm gonna take a shot, that dark motivation. Just a little sippy poo. So maybe I should let that make me mad and maybe but that's the problem though. So this was something I was gonna say. Filtration system. Building a mental filtration system for your thoughts and stuff that makes you mad. So having some kind of filtration system, some deep-rooted beliefs and understanding about your life, the metaphysical world, and the modern times we find ourselves in. Having a good understanding and a good root of these things will allow you to build a filtration system so you can filter out things that you should care about or shouldn't care about. Because there's going to be a lot of data thrown at you. Me, I do a good job of kind of avoiding the internet so I don't get too much data, but it still spills in. Like, I accidentally see stuff about the famous people, like doing this with like the Jack Doherty guy, and he's real silly looking, like he's a little like retarded. Um, and I think the way he acts, maybe he is. You know, there's a couple of them. I don't know. Hollywood likes to keep a few ding dongs in there, huh? But yeah, building that filtration system so you're not like getting pissed about shit that you don't need to get pissed about. And me as a content creator, for me to be able to even do what I'm doing right now, like I really had to clear my thoughts. Like I haven't made any shit because I have not been in the right mindset to do it. I actually did one off air the other day and I didn't like it because I was upset about too many things and too much negativity, and I was not able to put on something that I felt was valuable. But yeah, I see people tripping about things that I don't get, like I wouldn't trip about or even worry much about at all. And I used to be the worst. I used to be a tweaker on shit and get mad over dumb stuff all the time. But I built my filtration system. And it's like efficiency. You only have a certain amount of waking hours during the day. Of those waking hours, you only have a certain amount of moments where your brain is kind of going to be free and going to be wandering. So there's going to be space for your mind to plug in different reactions to things. You know, a lot of times we end up thinking negatively in that time that we have and pissed off about something. You know, I'm talking about like when you're walking somewhere from point A to point B. I get that a lot of y'all motherfuckers be scrolling on your phone when you do that, but I'll be walking and thinking and plotting. And today I had a rough day. I just didn't have the positivity in me, but I was very productive. I went to my job. No one was there. I studied for an hour, took a shit at the Burger King, went to the mall, did a whole bunch of shit. And now I'm here. And then I've been doing this. So I've been busy all day. I've been working all day. I was at the mall for a couple hours. But in those times that my mind is just available, today I wasn't very good at my filtration system. It wasn't working today. And it's just because I forgot some things. I forgot a couple things because I wasn't staying adamant about keeping this reality built up that I want it to be. You gotta stay on it. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And I'm not the biggest believer in that, but to a point it is true. But I forgot that I'm the god of my own reality. And that I can always take action to improve my situation. And waiting for me will be abundance and what I need in a timely fashion. As long as I am open-hearted, open-minded, and glowing and flowing with positivity. So when I say the god of my own reality, I don't mean I'm a god compared to other people. We're all the gods of our own reality. We all form one reality. But yeah, I also forgot that I have a recent track record of coming through in the clutch. Whether it be a layoff, whether it be me being kind of upset, looking back at things about some stuff that I did or said in a previous relationship, and seeing that person again and going back to the old house, and then BAM! Dude goes clutch. I got a bar hookup and a 3 months romantic fling in one night. In one night, I both of these. I think I picked the wrong one though, honestly. I should have went with the Navy girl. He's tricky. The siren energy, bro. It'll trick you and pull you in. Can fool you. The mirror effect. But yeah, I'm walking around all angry and I forget that, like, hey, I haven't been putting any action to rectify the situation or do something new and different. So first things first, why are you even getting mad? Because that's on you at that point. You could have done something earlier to mitigate the situation. But you're already in the situation, so time to find the best of it. So if I'm having a financial problem, if I've been spending most of my time doing a self-employment job that I'm just proficient enough and just have enough clout where if I said, hey, I can only do this part-time because I need to work and earn money, it's going to be fun. So I literally have opportunities that I don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result or trying to tweak the processes and make them all perfect, which hurts my ability to grow and flow if I'm trying to worry about and stress these little details. The details won't come until the proper details, the more powerful details won't come until you're more in a flow state. But yeah, I almost forgot who I really am. And in the past, that was not good. I was not very good. And you can start going that way. But over the past year, dude, I mean, it was at the end of May was the incident. So right around this time last year, I was going fucking nuts and drinking and losing my shit. And hadn't worked for a minute. And now look where I'm at. I've been working, and the times I got laid off with the temp job, I found a way to make it work. Kitty, you cannot use your claws on these pants. Usually I kind of like it when you scratch me, but right now I can't have these nice gray pants getting wrecked. But yeah, you guys, stay focused on those little moments that are always there for us to enjoy. Those little things that the universe has placed out there for us, they'll always be there. And if we just have an open heart and open mind, and we worry about the journey, not the destination, we'll see so many beautiful things on that journey. But also you have to be sure to wreak havoc on your enemies and make sure your enemies become your victims. Sorry guys, I've had a rough couple of days. But yeah, in the past sometimes I'll get mad or I'll burn a bridge, and now I can tune things the way they need to be because I'm more focused. And thank goodness I got this financial stuff because it was starting to drag me down and spiral me. And even today, I was having aftershock, bro. Aftershock of being stressed about something hard for like 6 straight weeks. 6 straight weeks of nipping at the bud. And honestly, fuck, dude. I'd say like January and February were chill. And like most of March, maybe half of March. But outside of that, life not been chill. Now, some of that's from design, from growing and flowing and taking on new endeavors that come with challenges. Everything comes with unforeseen challenges. We think that things are always going to come with unforeseen benefits. Like, oh, it's going to work out this way. You got to kind of take things for what they are and not expect too much. Kitty, I said no scratching. I got some creatine and some apple cider vinegar in here. Tastes pretty fucked. Oh, you can hear it. God. But apparently creatine is a good brain supplement. Quite interesting, huh? Yeah, there's some good studies that show creatine has benefits for cognition, which is great. I'm always interested in that. But also, what, brings water to the muscles, so it helps feed your muscles. Kitty. All right, kitty. Nope. You gotta go down if you're gonna be scratching. It's a bad kitty. But yeah, one thing I wouldn't do is impose my will on other people to try to get their attention. You know, I need someone to be, especially if it's like a romantic thing, someone's got to show me some magic and some attention, or I'm not going to try to get you into Bryan's world. You know what I'm saying? If you don't seem like you're interested in checking out all the things that this theme park has to offer, you know, it's a great theme park. It's got a lot of great reviews, and it's made a lot of really big time improvements, and it's better than ever, and it's now the best amusement park that you've ever been to. A magical land. But if you know, what if you don't believe in magic? You can't come to Bryan's World if you don't believe in magic. That isn't going to work out. If I say I'm magic and somebody says, "Oh, you know magic, you do card tricks," and I say, "No, I never done a card trick in my life, honey, but I done lots of magic." Metaphorically, pulled plenty of rabbits out of my hats. But yeah, you can get scoffed and laughed at for saying you know magic. You don't believe in magic, baby? They might not like that. They might think it's cringe. But then you meet somebody who also dwells in the magic. And instantly, upon saying the word, there's a mutual understanding. The way you say it, the way you deliver. You know, you go on FedEx, UPS, you gotta deliver things properly. Just the way you say that word magic. And the way you hear other people say it. If you know, you know. Game recognized game, right? I've seen it. See, this is a little negative, but I have this written down. I'm going to say it. I guess I wrote this, what, an hour ago, and I already don't vibe with it. That's how much I analyze my thoughts and behavior. Literally 1 hour to the next, always trying to improve. But it says nobody can help you mentally. They will always disappoint you. Yeah, because at that point, and it's not like a dark thing to say that people will always disappoint you if you seek for their like mental help. Like basically, yeah, physical stuff, right? There's a lot of times people can come through with physical stuffs, financial help, helping you move, all sorts of shit that you can physically help someone with and that people can come through. But as far as like expecting people to say the right thing to make you feel better, that's something you just gotta just drop. Because it's just not gonna fucking happen. You're always gonna get disappointed if you're going off what people are saying to you. Like you're gonna find little things that piss you off. If you're looking for little things that prop you up and validate you, then you're going to do the same thing on the negative thing, and you're going to look for negative things too. And we have to be willing to face and fix our own flaws. And a lot of times most people aren't really down for that. So one, if you're depending on people to say the right thing to you to make you happy and cheer you up, you're kind of depending on someone to perform. And me as a performance artist, I know that that can be hard. To a certain point in any situation, could I turn on a camera and make something out of nothing? Yeah. If I didn't have the ability to do that, I probably wouldn't be doing it, right? But the idea that like, hey, this person's themselves is doing perfectly fine and not worried about anything and is just ready in the moment to say the right things for you. I try to be like that, but I don't expect that in return. I don't really look for anybody to say anything particular to me one way or the other. I try to prove things to myself on a daily basis of what can be accomplished. Do I crash sometimes? Yeah. Do I go 10x a lot? Yeah. Do I go hard? Yeah. Do I put a lot of work and hours into things? Like instead of staying up playing video games, am I writing out my thoughts and moods and behaviors and analyzing and making sure we're on the right track to keep myself positioned well? Yeah. You know, I have a mental health disorder. So if I don't stay on top of those things, I will go in the wrong direction. That's just how it be. And it's like any disease or illness. You just have to know how to fix it, know what the symptoms are. And some things kind of suck ass, but bipolar 2 disorder really not so bad. As long as you get your sleep, you really don't need any like medication during the day unless it's a severe case. I don't know. Who cares? And yeah, sometimes, and people don't know that with me. I was saying earlier with my situation that based on the reality of my situation, you might say, he's dumb. He wasn't working hard. Was lazy. Spent his money on something stupid. Missed his opportunity. Whatever. Whatever you want to plug in there for when someone ends up broke and needs help and isn't getting paid. However you got there, most people are going to assume that you did the wrong thing to get there. And when in reality, you actually have done a lot of freaking good for yourself and the people around you. And then that's been going on for a minute, though. Like, I'm not sitting here saying I've been suffering for a long time and I need to talk about my feelings. I've been holding it down. No, what I've been holding down is that I've been doing the right shit. And an awesome glow up person for other people. And have shown willingness to sacrifice things. A lot of things. Make a lot of sacrifices. Take the moral high ground. I don't even know the address to the high road, dude. Maybe sometimes I accidentally end up on the high road, but for the most part, you better watch out. As chill and chi as I try to be, by their end, all wise men know that dark is right. How does that go again? I want to say it cool. Somewhere in here. Alright, this isn't the full thing, but curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Though wise men at their end know dark is right. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Do not go gentle into that good night. It's fire, dude. I'm so inspired. To make my enemies pay. Oh, no. We be chilling, bro. But yeah, that's not to say that people can say uplifting things when you need it. And that it can't be positive or exciting when people are nice to you or say fun things. But as far as like, oh, I'm depending or I need this or I needed this conversation to go better, it's just, you know, you're just not going to get any of that. That's okay. And you might. People might lick your chops, bro. Especially if you're a hot chick. If you're a hot dude, everyone just assumes you're a player. Kind of sucks. Change, dude. And that's the thing, too. You know, that's one of the grounding, understanding things about life. That change is constant. Change is the only constant. The only thing that's constant in this world is that things will change. Although I did go into the Walmart because I got to pay my bill at the Walmart now because I'm a fuck up. But man, I seen the same faces. I used to work at that Walmart, bro. I seen some of the same faces and like the same drudge and like overwhelm. It's just like, damn. I worked here too. I don't even know, was that like over a year and a half ago? Over the last year and a half, maybe even a little longer, 2 years, I have experienced so many different things and opportunities of growth multiple jobs that I've learned from. So many interesting new faces and people in different places I've visited. And not even like cities, just like in my area, rocking in my area. And just how much I've grown. Like from this point at this point last year I was a mess and I have been a mess. And there was plenty of like good periods where I was working hard as fuck and balling the fuck out and doing well. But deep down I was not well. So when you're working really hard and overextending yourself and burning yourself out, you don't have like the positive energy or nurturing, which you can do yourself, right? You don't need someone to nurture your own energy. But yeah, that deep-rooted understanding that wherever you find yourself at this very moment, things could change very quickly. People could change. Would you get out of my drink, kitty? Get out of here. Don't get. I am. I am the wind of change, the only constant of this world. And you have to be willing and ready for when change comes. Because a lot of times it hits you fast and unexpected. You don't want to shit yourself. Alright, that's good enough for a whole episode. I want to actually be able to upload this at the mall, so we'll catch you guys later. Hey, 555. Look at that. We're ending the show at 555. Magic's in the air. As always, keep it fucking real. And we will catch you next time. Peace.